Namaste yogis, welcome to your class today. Vinyasa, yes, we're excited today. So I hope that your body, your mind and your soul are literally immersed into this beautiful experience today. We're going to journey down and we're going to feel, we're going to flow, and we are going to have the biggest smile on our face as we start and as we end. Yes, it's on. Perfect. All right. So today, a bit of a scenery change, as you can see, and I think it worked perfectly into the theme of our class that I wanted to draw into today. And the first question I wanted to ask is, how do you feel about the things that are incomplete, unfinished? How is that to-do list looking? And I'm not just talking about the tangible things, bringing forth also the intangible things. Everything on our outside and inside is important because whatever's on our inside mirrors to our outside. And it's very important that we are cognizant of what our environment looks like because at the end of the day, whatever we see around us, being environments, being the people we're around, are mirrors of who we are and what we have inside and what we have going on. But the biggest important note to note is that it's all temporary. I know the one thing we do the most is that we judge. We look around and we see, oh my goodness, this is not finished. And it makes us feel a sense of less. It brings about judgment, and that judgment can bring about more judgment. And more we do this, the more and more we become harder on ourselves. We increase our stress levels, we increase all those unsavory things that we manifest into our space. So, how comfortable are you sitting with things that are incomplete? Because at the end of the day, these things are going to continue to be there. We are not here to perfect and be on 100% all the time, every day of the week. So, how do we create that space to be comfortable with something that is incomplete? How do we become comfortable with something that is unfinished? So, this room is unfinished. How do I become comfortable with it? Simply by recording a class in it. So, this is me, and this is what I'm trying to do to allow myself to feel a bit more settled with what is around me. Because just remember, at the end of the day, no matter where you are in the process, because obviously at some point we always look towards a further view upon the horizon to look at the finish point. And at the end of the day, yes, we're striving towards it, but we're walking through feeling that journey. And this is part of the journey, looking at things that are not complete yet. And being patient and being grateful in the same token, because at the end of the day, we want to experience it all. We're here for the human experience. So if we were to experience every single finishing point of our life literally culminated in one, it would be a very short life because that moment isn't always a drawn out process. It's not something that has massive longevity, but the process has longevity. The experiences that you encounter along that path has longevity. So, what are we going to do today? We're going to be patient. We're going to be in gratitude to our practice. And we're going to be comfortable with the things that we haven't gotten to doing yet. And we're going to allow that judgment to take a back seat. We're going to allow it to sit there, and we're going to leave it there because it doesn't have to come into the front seat. It's definitely not giving us any direction. It's not going to tell you if you haven't looked left to look left. We have to do that ourselves. We have to take the responsibility, and we have to be accountable for everything that is around us. But saying that, it does put on a little bit of expectation through that. We're not here to create expectation. We are simply here to be allowing ourselves to be immersed in all of this so that when we get to the point of the finishing line, we can celebrate it even more, because no hard work goes unrewarded. And that's not just a saying, that's a general concept out there. I'm saying this from me to you because within you, you know that all the hard work that you have done is here. All the hard work that I've done is here. So together with all our hard work, all our unchecked items on our to-do list, we're going to move forward with this. So today, we're going to create a beautiful intention that everything that is. Everything that was, and everything that will be. Okay? So just bring in that beautiful center of deliciousness towards our heart center today as we expand it out further and we bring about a different change to the things that we see. Because sometimes what we see is a finished product. And when we see that finished product, we either experience that whole journey to it, or we are literally mirrors to other people's experiences. So, maybe we'll get to see this finish one day, and it will be a delight for you, for me, and for all our to-do list items. Alrighty. So, as we're about to begin, slowly coming into a nice comfortable posture. You slowly draw your eyes closed. And you start to settle in and draw into that connection with your mat. As you allow your body to release and let go of everything that is around and everything that is within that doesn't serve us. As we slowly start to tune in to the magical sounds all around us, identifying each one, bringing gratitude towards it. Even if there's a car driving by, being grateful for all the beautifully tarred roads that we have around to drive around on. Maybe that bird has been chirping away the whole day. That's okay. She's perched on that tree that is giving you life, giving me life, and it's serving beautiful, delicious prana to keep us sustained on this earth. Maybe you can hear a lawnmower. Definitely a bit of an inconvenient time while you're on your mat right now. But somebody is curating and cultivating a space. And in that space, there is growth. And we're always grateful for the growth that we have around us. As we are mirror images of everything around us, we have growth around us. We are growing. We're enhancing our experience. As you slowly start to draw in a deep inhalation, and just sighing it all the way out. 2 more cleansing breaths. Deep inhalation. And just sighing it all the way out. Final one. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. As we come into this beautiful space, everything that is unfinished and incomplete is our process. So we're simply moving through our protest today. As we take this moment to create this beautiful intention, may we move with freedom, may it be fluid, and may it be filled with all the magical all the way around. Bring it forth, bring it here, bring it to now. We are centered, we are grounded, and we are right here where we are meant to be. Slowly drawing your hands to heart center as we take a moment to absorb our beautiful intention. Exhale, allowing it to permeate all the way around us. We can open our class with the chant of Om. Inhale for Om. Namaste, and welcome to your practice today. May it be filled, may it be wholesome, and may it be full of all the love and light. Namaste. Alrighty then. So where we are right now, in our comfortable seat, slowly taking your hands, placing them beside you. And we're going to come into Talasana. So we're going to start off with complete core activation for the next 15 minutes, which is going to be absolute sweat and heat. I'm just kidding. We're going to go through a nice warm-up first. Alright. Taking your hands, releasing them up above as you inhale. Finding length, feeling your spine elongated as you exhale, drawing your hands all the way back down as you exhale. Inhale. Exhale, drawing them all the way back down, matching your movement with your breath. Inhale. Exhale, releasing, drawing it all the way down. Beautiful. Inhale. Activating through your Ujjayi breathing as you release and let it go. Inhale. Going to exhale over towards the left hand side. Keeping your buttocks connected. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale over to the left side. Feeling that side body stretch. Drawing your gaze up. Inhale back to center. Exhale, release. Inhale. Raising those arms all the way up. As you release over to the left hand side, gaze popping up. Inhale back to center. Exhale, release. So imagine we start the class right now, kind of being in an unfinished place right now because we've just done one side. So again, just remembering when we go left, we go right, we complete a circle. And that's what we do all the time. And I want you to take that within your heart center and know that you are always there, you are always trying, and you are always awake. That you are in the zone, out the zone, always in the zone. Inhale. Exhale, release towards the right hand side. Feeling that side body stretch, gaze all the way up. Inhale back to center. Exhale, release. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Inhale back to center. And letting it go. One more. Inhale up. Exhale, release over to the right side. Gaze drawing all the way up. Just making sure that those buttocks are still connected. Inhale back to center. And release. Excellent. Slowly bringing your knees up. Placing them together. Drawing them out as we come into Baddha Konasana. Okay, so just taking this moment. Inhale, finding length. As you exhale, placing your hands on top of your feet. Finding length through those arms. Inhale, finding length again as you draw up through your spine. Exhale, flowing down. Inhale, drawing back up. Exhale, release. Inhale, up. Exhale, letting it go. Inhale, back up to neutral. Exhale, release. Inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to hold you for 5. So exhale, release, drawing all the way down. Just allowing those knees to flop out. Feeling that extension. Allowing it to flow, allowing it to be. Holding here for 3 more breath cycles. Your next inhale, drawing all the way back up to center. Bringing your knees in. Excellent. Right, from here, drawing your right arms over both of your legs. Feels a bit awkward. Doing it diagonally so that you're holding both your knees together. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, release, placing it behind your back. Drawing your gaze over your left shoulder. Holding here for 1 more breath cycle. Inhale back to center, switching your arms around, connecting those knees, keeping them drawn in. Releasing your hand behind to your spine. Inhale, finding length. Exhale, releasing as you turn over. Holding here for 1 more breath cycle. Inhale, coming back to neutral. Right, from here, we're going to cross our legs over as we come over into our tabletop. Just taking a moment to check in alignment. Wrists and shoulders in alignment. Hips and knees in alignment. Just drawing back your gaze, making sure that your feet can't be seen, so just pushing them slightly further out so they aren't visible to you when you draw your gaze back. I'm going to roll through some cat-cow. Alright, inhale, drawing up. Exhale, release all the way down. Drawing that gaze in, bringing your tongue all the way in. Inhale. Exhale, letting it go. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Just feeling that beautiful flexion through your spine. All that synovial fluid starts to flow between your spinal column. Just keep going at your own pace. Inhale. Final round. Beautiful. Coming back to neutral, we're going to walk through some wrist therapy now. So what I want you to do, turn your hands towards you. And we're just going to flow back and forth with our breath. So inhale forward, exhale back. Just being gentle, just being mindful of where your body's at and what feelings you're experiencing as you move back and forth. Just being mindful of that experience as we do all these things to serve our highest good. Alright, coming back to neutral, we're going to place our hands, fingertips facing to the outer edges of the mat, and we're going to move from side to side. So just remembering how much tension and judgment we place into these wrists of ours. And right now, we're just releasing them all the way back down into the earth, releasing that energy, letting it go. Left side, right side. Just moving with your breath as you inhale and exhale. One more round. Beautiful. Alright, this time we're going to place our palms facing up. So if this feels a bit uncomfortable, just allow yourself to just hold in this posture as we move back and forth. Okay, and listening to your body, to exactly where you are right now. Just moving with that movement as slow as possible back and forth. And slowly release your hands, coming back into hero. So take a moment to roll our wrists around. You should feel a bit of tension, and we're slowly going to release it out. And then just shaking it all out. Shaking it all out, as if you had shakers in your hands. We're at a festival, and we're shaking it all out. We're at the Mardi Gras, just releasing it back and forth. Letting all that worry go, letting all that tension go. Beautiful. That's what I love to see. Alright. So you're coming back into your tabletop. Tucking toes. I'm going to release up into our first downward facing dog. So slowly releasing all the way up. Just taking a moment to make sure that your fingers are spread out wide. Externally rotating those arms. Making sure that your feet are hips distance apart. Allowing yourself to feel completely immersed in the calmness and stillness as you slowly start to find movement. All the spaces we need to attend to right now. Just walking your dog out. Feeling what you need to feel. Drawing over your toes. Maybe moving your hips from side to side. Just finding that extra space. Holding here for 2 more. Inhale, looking up to the top of your mat. Stepping right foot, stepping left. Coming up to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Raising your fingers as you come up into chair, holding here for one breath cycle. As you exhale, releasing your hands to heart center, resetting at the top of your mat, coming up into Tadasana. Beautiful. I'm going to take a moment here. Inhale, left arm out wide, right arm out wide. Exhale, release as you hold. Inhale, left arm all the way up. And as you exhale, we're moving over towards the right hand side. Just keeping that right arm in that straight position. Feeling that beautiful side body stretch. Holding it for 2 more. Inhale, right arm to meet left. Exhale all the way towards the right hand side. Drawing your gaze up. Holding it for 2 more. Inhale, coming back up to center. Exhale, release both arms all the way down. Inhale, left arm out wide. Exhale, release. Inhale, right arm all the way up. And as you exhale, finding that side body stretch, moving over. Drawing your gaze up, holding it for 2. Inhale, bringing left hand to meet right. And as you exhale, both hands connected, moving over towards the left hand side. Gaze popping up. Inhale, coming back up to center. Exhale, release your hands down. Beautiful. And just rolling your shoulders over if you need to. Inhale, raising those arms up, coming up into Tadasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Uttanasana. Keep placing your hands down. Stepping right foot back, stepping left, holding plank. We're going to hold here for 5 breath cycles. Four more to go. Just activating that core. 1 more breath cycle. And slowly moving through your Chaturanga Dandasana. Coming up to upward facing dog. Releasing back to down. We're holding here for 2 breath cycles. Activating through your Ujjayi breathing if you've released it. Inhale forward, coming up into high plank. I'm going to come up into side plank now. So slowly rolling over onto your left foot, right foot over right, left, opening up. Just drawing your gaze all the way up, holding it for 5. Raising those hips up if you can, creating that beautiful diagonal line, Holding here for 2 more. As you exhale, releasing your hand back to neutral, holding high plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Coming up to upward facing dog, releasing back to down, holding here for 2. Inhale forward towards your high plank, and we're rolling over to Vashisthasana, our side plank on the opposite side. So left arm to right, opening left arm all the way up, gaze propelled towards the stars. Holding here for 4 more. One more breath cycle. Exhale, throwing your hand down, coming to high plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog, releasing back to down. Holding here for 1 more breath cycle. Inhale, drawing your gaze. As we step our feet, floating or stepping, coming up to the top of your mat. Inhale, coming up to your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping those arms all the way up. As you release back to Tadasana. Just taking a moment, taking in a deep inhalation. And we're sliding more and more of that judgment all the way out. Like I said, we're going to start off by burning things up in the belly. Keeping to my promise here. We're going to go again. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to the earth, floating or stepping back. Beautiful. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Releasing back to down. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, placing it between your hands. Grounding left foot, untucking your toes. Inhale, drawing all the way up as you come up into a crescent lunge. Just moving as far forward as you can. Feeling, holding, and embracing this moment. Holding for 1 more breath cycle. Exhale, drawing your hands down, interlacing your fingers behind your back, popping that chest. Inhale, exhale, drawing forward. You can rest your torso on your thigh, opening up your arms up and over. Holding here for 2 more. As you press forward through your knee as well, holding here for 1 more. Exhale, release. Placing your hands back onto the mat. Tucking toes. Engaging your knee. Bringing your hands to heart center. Slowly connecting your left elbow towards your right knee. Opening up. Drawing your gaze over your right shoulder. Holding here for 2 more. Inhale back to center. Exhale, release. Drawing right leg back. Holding high plank. Releasing through Chaturanga. Coming up to upward facing dog, drawing all the way back. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, placing between your hands. Grounding right knee, untucking toes. Slowly drawing your hands up as you come in into your high crescent lunge. Releasing forward through your left knee this time. Just feeling that forward movement, feeling that flow. Drawing those hands all the way up. Engaging that heart center forward as you start to expand and feel that energy draw through you and around you. Holding for one more. Exhale, releasing. Taking your hands behind your back, interlacing your fingers. Trying to keep those palms connected. Obviously you want to try and get them as close as possible. That's where we're aiming for. Slowly drawing forward back into your knee. Releasing your hands all the way down. Slowly drawing your torso towards your thigh. Bringing your arms overhead. Holding 2 more. As you exhale, drawing your hands back down to the earth. Slowly tucking toes, drawing that knee all the way up, engaging it. Inhale, bringing hands to heart center. Slowly connecting right elbow to left knee. Opening up heart center, taking that gaze over your left shoulder this time, holding here for 3. One more breath cycle. As you exhale, drawing your hands down to the earth, stepping the left foot back as you hold high plank, holding here for 5. Just activating that core. One more breath cycle. Flowing through your chaturanga. Coming up to Urdhva Mukha Shavasana. Releasing back to Adho Mukha Shavasana. Inhale, looking up towards the top of your mat, floating or stepping forward. Coming up to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping your arms across your aura. Drawing your hands all the way through. Releasing through. From here, we're going to extend into a wide-legged stance. Alright, I'm sure that core region is fired all the way up. You're feeling all fired up. We're ready to go. Okay. From here, I want you to take your hands towards your hips. Taking in a deep inhale. And just sign it all the way out. Beautiful. Releasing your hands behind. Interlacing your fingers. Drawing your hands as far down your buttocks as possible. Allowing your chest to pop out. And we come into our variation of Prasarita Padottanasana. Taking in a deep inhale. Exhale, fold. Drawing those arms up and overhead. Inhale, coming back up to center. Excellent. Alright, so we're going to maneuver from left to right now. Inhale, finding length. Exhale, release, folding over through the center. And maneuvering the torso and your chest slightly towards the right hand side. Holding up for 2. Inhale, coming back to center. We're going to release over to the left hand side now. And folding over. Inhale, back to center,
And then slowly releasing your torso all the way back up to neutral. Shaking those arms out. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, release over to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale towards the right. Inhale back to center. Releasing your hands back to neutral. Turning left foot out. So right foot out to the back of the mat. Turning left foot in as you draw and helicopter your hands to the back of your mat. Slowly dropping your knee down, tucking your toes. Alright, from here, slowly drawing all the way up. Bringing your hands behind your back. So either coming into reverse prayer or drawing your hands towards your elbows, whatever variation feels most comfortable today. Inhale, finding length, or back bend. Exhale, release. Bring those elbows all the way up, allowing your head to hang heavy. Inhale back to center, releasing your hands. Tucking toes, knee all the way up. Bringing right hand inside of right foot. Opening left arm up. Holding here for 2 more. Slowly turning your foot to face the front. You can see if we can pick our left leg up just for a second. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to get there right now. So let's see if we can. Doing it 1 more. Excellent. Exhale, releasing left hand down. Bringing your right hand to the outside of your right foot. Inhale. Drawing your hands across the mat as we turn our sides now. So we're going to be facing the front of the mat, left foot engaged. Dropping knee, untucking toes, releasing your torso all the way back up. We're going to bring our hands behind. Inhale, finding length. Exhale, releasing all the way over. Drawing those elbows all the way up. Feeling your shoulder blades contract. Inhale, coming back up to center. Releasing your hands. Drawing them forward. Tucking the right foot. Drawing that knee, engaging it all the way in. Placing left hand on the inside of your left foot. As we open up into our extended side angle pose. Drawing that gaze up. Okay, and drop that right leg all the way up. Whee. That didn't work for me there. Right, we're going to try and raise that right leg all the way up. 1 more time. Excellent. Slowly releasing. Right hand down, opening left hand to the outside. Releasing left foot back. Chaturanga Dandasana. As you come up into upward facing dog, releasing back to down. Holding here for 5. Inhale, looking up to the top of your mat. We're going to jump forward, drawing our feet to the outer edges of the mat. Drawing your hands in, we're coming into Malasana. And just taking a moment, swaying from left to right. You move through those hips, finding length through our spine. Just moving through your inhale and exhalation. Slowly coming back to neutral, releasing your hands behind, drawing your torso all the way back down. Excellent. Alright, just swinging to the side of your mat. We're going to extend our feet out. Just taking a moment to center as we start to feel this expression through our body, through our mind, as we start to see everything, the big picture. We start moving away from that narrow space and expand. Okay. I promise it's going to be your last bit of core activation today. But just bring in your awareness as we look forward now. Imagining we had a big screen TV. Well, it's not a big screen TV. More like a movie screen in the cinema. Just imagine it being that big. So where your legs are right now, that's our vision, that's our focus. We're looking at everything in a collective view, from a holistic perspective. Okay. From here, I want you to place your hands behind you. We're going to draw that vision back. We're going to expand. Alright, so inhale, coming back to center. So drawing these legs up and in. Release. This is where we were. Inhale. Exhale, open them up wide. Beautiful. And we've got 2 more rounds. Inhale back to center, hold, and release. Inhale, exhale, open. Allowing it to sit, allowing it to be. 1 more round. Inhale, exhale, letting it go. We're going to bring it back to that narrow view. Inhale. Picking your legs up, using your core. Exhale, letting it go. Holding here for 1 breath cycle. Exhale, letting it go. This time we're going to open up with an inhale. Drawing those legs as far wide as possible. Excellent. Alrighty. Slowly bringing his knees up. Bringing them together and just giving them a massive hug. Beautiful. Alright. Slowly, just turn into face the back of your mat. As you slowly release your torso all the way back down. Extending both feet all the way to the back of the mat. We're going to come into Chitta Parivisasana now. So what I want you to do is take your left hand, placing it onto your left hip or thigh. Just making sure that your left foot toes are activated. We're going to inhale, right leg up. We're going to place our hand behind our thigh, extending the leg all the way up, drawing our gaze towards the stars. As we hold here for 5. As you approach your 5th exhalation, I want you to slowly release your right leg all the way out. Just placing your hand on top of your leg. We're not going into a very active form of the posture right now. We're just simply opening up that hip space as we open up our awareness, open up ourselves to our process, and open up ourselves further into being completely present in this moment right now. We're holding here for 2 more. Inhale, bringing it back to center. As you exhale, drawing the right leg all the way down. Right hand onto right hip this time. Inhale, left leg all the way up. Holding here for 1 more. Exhale, slowly opening up. Inhale, bringing it back up to center. Exhale, drawing it all the way down. Inhale, bringing the knees to chest. Slowly opening your feet up towards the stars as we come up into happy baby. Placing your hands around your feet from the outside or the inside, wherever feels most comfortable. And we're just rocking from side to side, bringing those smiles, bringing those little laughs and chuckles as we start to allow ourselves to immerse into our inner child, to bring forth all that joy, all that bliss. Because we're here to play, we're here to have a beautiful, fun experience. Enjoying that little mini massage that you're giving yourself right now. As you slowly release your hands, bringing your knees into chest. We're just going to sit here for a minute or two. We're just going to engage in this beautiful hug and immerse ourselves in all that unconditional love pouring out of our heart center right now. As we engage in all that beautiful energy, allowing it to dissolve all the way within us, through our breath, through our sight, through our feel, through the things that we hear. Just feeling that energy radiate all the way off us. As you slowly release your grip, drawing your feet to the outer edges of the mat, resting your hands beside you, palms facing up or down. As you prepare for your final posture in Shavasana. Just taking this moment to slowly release your breath. And slowly allowing yourself to melt away into another space full of freedom, full of magic, and full of color. As you slowly start to reinvigorate those energies within your vessel, slowly starting to bring movements to your fingers and toes. Gently swirling through your ankles and wrists.
As you slowly start to draw through deep inhalation, stretching your arms overhead and your feet forward, and just sighing all out. Inhale, bringing your knees to chest. Just giving yourself a massive hug of love. As you slowly roll over onto your left hand side. Just taking this moment to share in all the magical gratitude. As you slowly start to pop yourself back up into seated posture. Slowly drawing your hands to heart center. As we draw through this moment, we acknowledge all that we have done, how far we've come in all the processes of this human experience. And we say thank you to ourselves for being magical, for being filled with love and light, for always persevering. When times have been tough, when times have been easier, we'll continue to be as we will from now, as we were, and as we will be. We're going to close our class with a chant along. Inhale for Thank you so much for allowing me to teach you today. I am blessed. Namaste.